Hey everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I'm going to give you a full tour inside and out of the Astor House Sanctuary. It is going to be a longer video. It is a 240-acre property, so there's a lot to cover. We're starting off with feeding right now. It's around 10:30, and this is the time that we do our best to feed every single day. Certain dogs have different food, of course. Some dogs have special diets, and it obviously takes quite the team to get everything together, as well as not only preparing it, but then distributing the bowls to all the dogs.
Beautiful.
So this is our feed room. This is where we keep all of our supplements. The entire staff, every day that they start with their walkies. This is how we communicate effectively throughout the property to each other. You can ignore me, guys. This is our med room. This is actually our med team over here. This is Lexi, may I introduce you?
Yeah.
This is Lexi's first day. This is Kasara, and this is Allie. I just want to show them. So this is how we set up their meds every morning and night. Each of the dogs that are on meds has their own trays. Our flea and tick, our grooming supplies. Hey guys, Hefe's eating. Okay, so we finished feeding. All the dogs are fed, so the house is a lot quieter and calmer. So a lot of the dogs are outside, which I'll show you, but I still want to show you around the house now that we have it pretty much all to ourselves. Wally, what are you doing? We have to do laundry pretty much every single day because the littles pee all over the beds. This whole row is stacked. There's about 3 to 4 rows of beds for all the dogs at night, and they also sleep on the couch and everything like that. And then, as I mentioned earlier, they're kenneled for lunch, and some of the dogs, not all of them, but some of the dogs are kenneled at night as well. We leave the doors open so the dogs can go in and out, otherwise they pee and poo all over the house. They really pee and poo all over the house regardless, but it does help a little bit to leave the doors open. Okay, this is the bed. As you can see, it's a very big bed because every single night, anywhere between 30 to sometimes even 40 dogs, we've had up to 50, sleep on the bed. A couple kennels in here, and at night, there's beds everywhere, the whole entire room. So I would say at night, there's probably 60, 70 dogs in this room alone just to sleep. It's pretty interesting. Now I'll show you upstairs real quick. So this is Harrison, our African gray. I know it's a big cage, and we let him out all the time. He can be out. We leave this open for him. But, you know, birds are born to fly. I mean, it's really as simple as that. And it always makes me sad to see birds in cages. So many different types of species of birds are available for adoption. You just have to look. Then we have a tortoise. This tortoise we actually got from one of my favorite animal shelters, Tacoma Humane. And he's got a pretty cool spot. And I know some people will say he needs a friend. These types of tortoises need to be alone unless they're mating, which we don't want to set up for him. But he really has a nice little house here. This was made from a fan supporter a few years ago. Really just an amazing artist. I don't know if you guys heard of him, Andy Warhol. He made this for him, I'm just kidding. There's not an area, a room, there's not a spot in the house or on the property that's not for an animal. Everything on the entire property is for the animals. So this is Clint's office, who's filming this, who works with me, one of my best friends. And this is for Sanja, who is our, oh, there he is right here. And that's a bearded dragon. That's Sanja the bearded dragon. Look, he's coming after me. He likes to chase me around. It's crazy. Cece very much always wants to come downstairs. She comes downstairs sometimes, but I have to really monitor her. So since I'm giving you a tour, I'm gonna have to leave Cece up here for now. And as you can see, this is heavily monitored under the cats. So we're entering the cat room. So the whole wall is for them to be able to play and hide. Here's Marble. She's one of my favorite cats. She doesn't have any eyes. We adopted her from our veterinarian, Dr. Thompson. I would say this is the quietest area of the house. My gym is also here, so I get to spend time with the cats every morning because I work out here every morning. In this room, we're just taking out the carpet. We're turning this into the medical area. So we'll be able to examine the dogs better and quarantine here if they need. So this is gonna be the new med room once we're finished. More cat stuff. And one of my favorite things about this is if you come over here, you can see that that window is open right there because check this out. We have a bunch more cats. We have about 30 cats in total. So now I'll show you storage room and then the break room. Oftentimes in my videos you hear this sound. People ask me what the sound is. Because there's so many different animals, so much fur, we have a few dozen air filters throughout the house. So this is our storage. We have carts, carry-ons for the dogs, more carts, sweaters, life vests, cones, toys. A lot of toys. Dog beds. Okay, so this is our employee break room. This is where they can have lunch wherever they want, but this is the one spot they can have lunch if they, want to have some privacy or take a phone call, whatever. This is their room. And some of them even, oh, the cats are coming in. Some of them even every now and then will bring Copper down or one of the smaller dogs. All the bathrooms have litter boxes in them. Okay, so as I mentioned, the Asher House Sanctuary is 240 acres. The dogs have their side, and the farm animals has their side. So right now, this is where the horses are. Then we're gonna walk past the alpacas, the goats, the pigs, and I'll show you all along. This is where the team parks every single morning, the farm team. We get right to work with, of course, picking up poo, making sure all the meds are distributed to all the horses, all the farm animals, and they go from there. So I'll show you around. So far, we have saved 26 horses since we've been here and counting. We have such a large variety of horses. We have quarter horses, Friesians, we have Clydesdales, we even have some mutts, and we even have mules and mini horses. It's really, really beautiful to see. Now, a lot of people ask me how come not all the horses are together. They do get to be together in the field. We have 30 acres just for the horses, and we do bring all the horses together. But some horses, just like dogs, don't get along well with other horses or are a little bit too, let's just say, persistent with some of the horses. So we do like to give them their space, but we have an amazing crew, an amazing staff that focuses on the farm animals and makes sure they get what they need from diet to exercise, mental and physical stimulation every single day. There's a lot on this property that you have to have the vision for. It's really just the canvas of the painting. It's going to be such a masterpiece in time. Right now, it's just a beginning. Like this building here, this barn, we completely redid it. It was just finished just a couple of months ago. So all of it is really coming together, and I can't wait for you to see what it's going to look like in a couple of years from now. All right, so this is where we keep most of their feed, and as I mentioned, a lot of the animals here have very specific diets. This is for Cowboy, this is all Cowboys, this is all for Sammy. A lot of the horses, a lot of the alpacas have a lot of, let's just call them digestive issues, if you will. Some of them are on special medication. So this is where we keep everything organized for them. And yeah. We have 7 mini horses that lived in an open field their whole life, which, although it sounds really beautiful, and it is, they weren't getting the proper diet that they needed, especially for their ages. They're very, very fragile, very delicate. So we take them back and forth to extremely flat ground, and it won't have any grass because, like I said, they're all on very special diets. And this is like an area where if they're not in here, if we ever have to bring in a horse or a goat or any farm animal to get them assessed, we bring them into here. It's perfect. Now we're gonna go over to the white barn. This barn has a lot of potential to be really valuable to the sanctuary in a lot of ways, but right now it's best utilized for our hay barn. So this is our hay barn. Actually, let's walk out this way, it's nice. And it's not just hay, it's we have alfalfa grass and all these different types of grasses. I'll tell you, these horses are pickier eaters than me. I'm not really a picky eater, so that didn't make any sense. So this road here kind of separates, it's the separation, the easy divide that you can see between the dog side and the farm side. Dog side this is where all the dogs go on their pack walks, this is where we take them all out, and this whole side here is for the farm animals, the farm team, and of course for the protection of the farm animals, there's a lot of separation and fences and gates and things like that. But this whole side, the whole property is fenced in multiple times. This is the arena barn. Now this was built, this is brand new. There used to be a really old barn here that we tore down. It wasn't fixable or salvageable. So this is the arena barn, it's brand new. And this was built for the winter, to be able to treat the farm animals in the winter, so that the horses can get exercise if it's really icy or anything like that. And this is a cottage. I was about to say a building, but it's more of a cottage. So we do get some dogs that of course need to be left alone, whether they're recovering from a surgery or a pneumonia, whatever it may be, and they're just not really doing well with the staff or not doing well with other dogs. Regardless, they need to be isolated, but you could tell they're very uncomfortable. In those situations, we would put them up in the cottage, and I would even stay with them. I would be there with them overnight, and we're building a fenced-in area for them so that we could have them easily go outside and go right back inside. But it's really peaceful. It's right on the pond, and just a great place for dogs to recuperate. Now the farm animals. So you'll see that some of the little plots, the gated plots of land here, are empty, and that's because we rotate the animals. We'll rotate the pigs, we rotate the horses, rotate the goats, so they'll eat up all the grass while the other side is growing. Once they eat up all the grass, we then switch them to the other one and back and forth. This is Kitty. Oh, that's Sal. Never mind, that's Sal. Sal's a little bit bigger than Kitty. I got Sal when he was just a couple months old. This big, we thought he was gonna die. We also thought he was blind. He didn't come over very healthy. He was blind, he was sick. Now he's our biggest pig. He's over 600 pounds. Getting warm, so the pigs spend a lot of time sleeping. There's Sal. Usually Dave and Kitty are here too, so they must be getting bathed. Big boy. He loves belly rubs. Look how big he is. 600 pounds. Sometimes I could get him to tip. Look. There we go. Come on. Nope. How you doing, Thomas? Fantastic. Here are the alpacas. Here's Salem. Look how big Salem is now. He used to live in my room. He used to live pretty much with me. Bottle feeding him every day. He still got it. Look. He loves it. Hey. Here are our goats and our llamas. That's Frankie and Onyx, our llamas. What are you doing? This is Vincent. This is my first goat. My very first goat. If you saw my pack life, he was in my pack life. My very first goat. And this is Louie. Maybe the chillest goat in the world. I love my Louie. He's a good boy, Louie. He's a good boy, Louie. This is Onyx, Frankie. Hi, Onyx. Some other goats over here. How you doing? Hey, guys. And then we have our cows. That's Marty. Marty! And Bambi. Come on, Marty. Hey, Marty. Hey, Bambi. And we'll eventually have more cows and more horses and more animals. My plan for the Asher House is to continue to grow, just to continue to be able to expand and truly just save as many lives as possible while inspiring as many people as possible to consider adopting, or if they're not going to adopt, at the very least treating their animals better and treating people better. But if you zoom in up there, you see a little white building. That's our isolation center. So that's when dogs are really sick. We can't take any risk. They can have very infectious things going on. And that is where our isolation center is. And at the same time, if we're very full and we have no room in quarantine and we're still taking in dogs, then of course, if we don't have any dogs that are very sick that are in isolation, we'll put dogs over there to be quarantined. This is our horse trailer, one of our horse trailers that we really needed to get the money for. It's a fundraise that we practice fire evacuation. We live in a very wooded area. One of our biggest fears, of course, is a bad fire one day. So we have a whole evacuation plan in place. As I'm looking at it, I want to extend my gratitude to everyone who supports the Asher House, because we wouldn't be able to get what we need without you. So this is something that was a dream of ours. When I say lifesaver, it's literally a lifesaver for the animals, so thank you. Okay, so this is the front of the property. This is where our groundskeeper lives, and he lives here with 6 of his dogs and his amazing wife. That's Steve, and his wife Michaela. And this is one of our newest additions to the property that I'm very excited about. This is 30 acres, all for the horses. You often hear about the mistreatment of dogs. You don't often enough, in my opinion, hear enough about the terrible lives that horses often have. Oh, look at the bird sitting on the back of the horse. How beautiful. That is so cool. There's a bird just sitting on the horse. The majority of our horses came from kill pens. A lot of them Texas, Oklahoma, and Oregon as well. I love that that bird is just chilling back there. So all the horses get to come out here, but not all the horses get along, so we rotate them. Right now I think there's 7 or 8 of them. Our mule is back there. That's our mule. And this is 30 acres where they get to roam and be free of flat land. It's really special. Okay, so we're coming up on a very special building. In just a couple of months, we're gonna have Lily's Lighthouse finished. And Lily's Lighthouse is gonna be in memory of my heart dog, Lily, Saint Bernard, who passed away December 27th of last year. In her honor, we are building Lily's Lighthouse. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful quarantine facility. And I really cannot tell you how proud I am of it and how excited I am for it to be finished. But we're gonna be able to rescue so many more dogs and give them so much comfort. You know, my idea for them is to be in quarantine, but to be happy to be in quarantine, you know, for it to be like a hotel. And I'm really excited for it. And I think that's it for today, you know. There's still a lot more to show you, but it hasn't been, we're not there yet. There's a lot more land to show you, just open land that we're gonna put more buildings on. I wanna put training facilities, more quarantine. Remember, the more quarantine spots we have, and the better established they are, the more dogs that we can rescue. Just keep in mind as you take this all in, we've been here for less than 2 years. You know, it's really amazing what we've done in such a short amount of time. We're learning a lot. We've learned a lot. We've made mistakes. We don't repeat them. And I'm really, really grateful to be able to have saved this many animals, to have the team that we have, to have accomplished what we have in such a short amount of time is really nothing short of a miracle. It's unbelievable. Just a couple years in, and look what we have accomplished. So I ask you to imagine what we will do in 2 years. And if you ask me how we did it, how did you guys do it in such a short amount of time? It's not just positive thinking, it's not just hard work. I think it's a good time to mention we have never focused on anything else other than the mission. You see so many people trying to tear people down. You see so many people trying to stop people, doing anything they can to make themselves go higher by tearing other people down, especially other rescues. Not us. We never go that low. We've only focused on the mission. We only focus on ways we can make a difference, ways we can help people, ways we can save animals. And that is how we've accomplished this much in such a short amount of time. No matter how loud the noise is, we've always known our tone, and that's what we've done. If you want to do anything great, never lose focus on your mission. Stay 100% lasered, focused on that, and you will make amazing things happen. And that's what you were born to do. No one was born to do anything other than add value to this existence of the universe. I love you very much. Thank you all so much. And remember that the only place to donate is the AsherHouse.com. That is the only place to donate. And your donations are exactly why we're able to do what we do. I love you and have a beautiful day.